last night, I thought I after Trump's speech last night, man, I couldn't sleep. I was so amped. There was so much good energy. It was so beyond what I expected, what I'd hoped for. It was just so perfect. We don't get a lot of moments like that, you know what I mean? So I went to bed even listening about it. Been stuff all day today, and you know what? It's so delightful. We just got to relive. We just got to relive one part right now, because again, you can't just show people. You got. I mean, can't just tell people. You got to show them. And I gotta say, this showed a lot of people, a lot of stuff. Everybody was talking about this today. It was so incredibly effective. So let's watch it again. How about we just take a second and watch one of the most masterful things Trump's ever done. In fact, Glenn Beck, of all people, I didn't listen to his whole show. I don't listen to Glenn's whole show, but I like his clips sometimes. And Glenn, oh boy, said that this was the most impressive thing he's seen a president do in a speech since Reagan said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall." Now, I don't know if I'll go there, but I will say that's the kind of thing this has done. So, what's up, Rum Dog, Zach Butterfield, Jerry D, what's up? Good to see you guys. All right, let's just relive this real quick, because it was just that perfect, and perfection needs to marinate a little bit, right?
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to
Invite 'em.
join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle.
Look at this guy.
If you agree with this statement,
If you agree.
then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
I'm still shocked by this. How stupid are these people on the left here sitting down? I just, the more I thought about it's just like,
Support.
I mean,
The first duty of
the
the
first
American
duty, this is
government
such a
is to
no-brainer.
protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
For them, and then Trump just like waving to him. He knew it. He knew it the whole time. As I sat thinking about this today, it becomes more and more impressive the more you think about it. Because let's just go back to them sitting. Where's the big pan of them sitting? Okay. Think about this. The Democrats had a chance to one-up Trump here, because if he did this and it backfired, they would have gotten some clout. And Trump would have played it off. It wouldn't have hurt Trump, but it wouldn't have hurt them. Okay, because Trump could have been like, see, even they can't disagree, right? But they're so stupid. And Trump knew it. He knew it. He just knew they wouldn't stand up for this. This is the easiest win ever. And they hated him so much. I think they were blindsided by it, and then they got caught sitting, and then they couldn't get back up. I think that's what it was. So I'm just telling you, this is a moment. It's a huge moment that everyone's talking about, and I was listening to I watched Asmongold a little bit. For those who don't know, he's the world's #1 streamer who just talks about stuff and occasionally games, but he's the #1 in the world, most watched in the world. He's talking about this, so that's crazy reach. Every conservative one was talking about it. Democrats were all trying to defend it today and try to spin it. So this was a moment. This is a moment that matters. All right. And this is CBS reporting. Among speech watchers, 75% approval. It doesn't get higher than that, guys. Now, more Republicans probably watch than Democrats. So you would probably, if it was 50-50 with independents, this would probably be closer to like 63 to 65. But still, in our hyper partisan world, to get these numbers, that's crazy. That's how effective this speech was. Things are going to change as a result. And it doesn't hurt when this is our enemy. This was the event, and this is not AI. I thought it was a joke when I first saw it. Nope. This is the actual event they were holding as counter programming during the State of the Union.
I'm a mother. I am a physician, and I have a flag.
Defiance.org, State of the Swamp.
And I am the proud representative for Oregon's 3rd Congressional District.
Big
yes,
there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look at this. Look at all the green in the crowd.
And tonight, I defy Trump and his authoritarian project by standing in joyful, radical, peaceful resistance with the Portland Frog Brigade.
Oh my God. This, I mean, this is the other side. This is what they came with. That and Data at the end of last night. Data, or actually Data and Independence Day, came out. Dr. Oknu, or whatever his name is, in Independence Day, spoke to us last night with the dead eyes. But my God, folks, what a display! People looking on the Democratic side. Like, if you're looking for an alternative last night, you got this, you got CIA dead-eye Data, and if you were watching the speech, you got your own people saying that they won't put you first. I mean, that's what we're dealing with. So my point is, this isn't supposed to be hard, okay? This shouldn't be hard. We have everything in our favor. So when you realize that this is still what we're dealing with on the other side of things, that this is the best they got, it makes a lot more sense why they're going all out with the psyops trying to divide MAGA from within. Whether it's Epstein, whether it's influencer nonsense, whether it's the Israel tards, and all of it has like a modicum of truth. That's how they do a psyop. It's like the devil when he comes to you. He doesn't just outright lie to your face and you're like, yeah, that's not true. No, he comes in with a little bit of a truth, and then he takes stuff out of context, and then he plants a seed of doubt or a seed of fear, or just an outright like a lie, but it's subtle. And then it gets in you, and it builds, and that's how. And then ultimately you fail. Ultimately you fall apart. That's what they're doing, because the opposition is a joke. The opposition isn't even real right now. The only chance the people at the top have, for years we had this uniparty, and it was one side or the other. It was moderates here, come to the middle, and then they just slowly tick us left a little bit more, like frogs in boiling water. Hope we wouldn't notice. The culture just got a little more left. They were in control of it. And they had it masterfully planned out. And we were just slowly moving along. And some of us were noticing and just like, this isn't right. But the rest of culture, it was such a slow boil. There's enough people who just weren't noticing. And then they went for it. They started pushing harder. So the pushback came back. They stopped. They said, okay. But at some point they got to go for it. And right before they really went for it, Obama was laying the seeds, and it was going to be Hillary who was going to finally tip it over, because Hillary already knew she was hated. She didn't care about being liked. She was a woman on a mission. And then Trump beat her. And when Trump beat her, it snapped us all out of our stupor. And by us, I don't mean like all of us. Some of us were mostly awake, but it snapped us out of it. And we all said, oh my God, look how far we've fallen. And then the real pushback came. And that's why they unleashed COVID. But since then, the Democrats have been on full display, and we've seen exactly who they are after they kind of hit it for the most part for years and years and years. But they've had to go all out because once they're exposed, they just gotta go for it now. So that's why we're seeing them being so insane. This is crazy. Transitioning kids is crazy. Sitting down when you make a statement that we put Americans first over illegal immigrants is crazy. They have legitimately lost their minds. They already had them lost, but now it's on full display and they're unashamed about it. And their base is just going to stick it out because they've been psyoped into believing everything else is evil. You know, Trump is basically, like, if you just put his policies up for all the world to see and combine, and we took all personality out of it, we took all timing out of it, Trump is closer in policy, just policy alone, closer in policy to Clinton than he was to Reagan. Isn't that a wild thought? I'm saying you remove all conspiracy, everything. I'm just saying strict policy. But he's moderate. He's super moderate. But he's populist. And he's conservative in all the things that matter most. And he's moderate in all the things that kind of make you think maybe we should have been closer to this all along. You know, no war. That's actually a moderate position. That was never the Republican position. So it's crazy, but he navigates that so well, but it's the personality, and it's because the left has gone so crazy that all of a sudden Trump is far right. But look how far they've gone, guys. And this is why these aren't the people we worry about. This isn't why why we could lose. This isn't why they're worried about the midterms, because you put this on an ad, you put the State of the Union on an ad, it's over. You should win that election 60 points. You should win 49 states in that. The Senate should be 65 seats. In the House, we win 375 seats. That's what it would be if it really just was, in this day and age, Republican versus Democrat. But it's not. There's something much deeper and more sinister going on at the top.